Any
I'm
technical
on.
challenge?
Yes, yes, we are able.
Can you help me get on to the video part of it?
Sir, during the conversation, we'll have, okay, the format of the show is such that I would be discussing with Mr. Patil about his life journey, about the education, healthcare work that he has been doing. Firstly, I would like to welcome him on the show. And we have Mr. Patil has been a MLA from Nilanga about 3 to 4 terms now, and he has been a minister of skills development, entrepreneurship, and
And
has
labor.
yes, and labor. And he's presently sitting MLA from Nilanga, that's a part of Maharashtra, and also a general secretary of Maharashtra State BJP. So welcome, Mr. Patil, on our show. We have people from all across India with us. We have many students as
Hello.
well as we have professionals who have worked with you earlier from CSR heads, and we have people from the other political arena who have joined us too. So I'd like to mention that this video would be recorded. It will be published on the YouTube channel of Digital Parliament. We have ED Times as our media outreach partner, and IICSR in Asia Foundation from the Social Welfare Department. So, what has been your walk of life till now? I'd like to firstly thank you for joining us, and I'd like to know what has been your walk of life. You were a pilot earlier, and you're a politician now.
Thank you, Harsha and your team for inviting me for your the digital parliament, and all the present. I'm just able to see many of them on my screen. So, walk of that was the major. I didn't get you the first. Can you just repeat? I'm just getting some disturbance.
What has been your walk of life from a pilot to a politician?
Uh, uh, it should be not the emotional. It's a normally a emotional touch when I just came into this. Normally we call it as a political line what we work in, but I don't say it is a political line where we work in. It was like it was very hard, tough for me to just change into a field. The situation what was created, and the after my daddy passed away, I felt I have to go through what the part he has worked in. So I just started working, and just it started my initially likes what I used to have for the transformation of what I felt. So I just started working into this field. So today, whatever things I'm going through, that were these some part of my likings, but it was a sudden change in the situation when I came into the political line. What do you say?
Your grandfather has been in Congress and you are in BJP. So how is the atmosphere at home?
It's a when you see everyone have a thought process. Like my son, he studies in Germany. There are many thought process where we don't go together in many ways. What we see. So it was a thought process. I find my ideology where I would like to think. I went through my ideology. My grandfather at that moment, he had a different ideology, and he went through his ideology. I found my ideology, and I don't want to just say his ideology was wrong. It's better I follow my ideology and I work on my ideology. So I'm working on my as a part of a BJP. So that's the line of ideology what we are working. It's
what
not
were
the
the
hard differences between the human. It's not the differences between the persons. It's the differences of the ideology, nothing more than that.
So what was the since there was ideological differences at home, what was the hardest decision that you had to take?
Uh, Normally, the way what we go into every steps we go through, it has a very different line of. Uh, it's a really tough in our society when we stay. Though it is normally you say it is not against the grandfather or anything, but it is really hard when you have the differences of ideology in your home itself. So it's really sometimes it hurts also, but I'm really thankful to my grandfather. He was very grateful when he said when I said I would like to work on my ideology. He accepted that, and he said that you should go as per your ideology, and I'll suggest same thing for the next generation also, that they should not follow my same path. I think so.
So you have been in politics for more than a decade now. What are the causes that you are fighting for when you enter the
uh,
politics? And what are the present challenges that you see?
uh, right now, uh, from the many years what we are working in, that is the water issue, and we have environment, that was the major part when I started working, and the employment and the agriculture. If you go through the present scenario what we have, as they say, the most youth nation what India has been called, and we have the same challenges also for the employment, and the strength of our country is also been said that agriculture is one of the strength, and it has been proved in this corona background also. We never faced in such a huge population. There was never a crisis for the in the grains. We had surplus of the grains, and we could supply at the most bottom level. But we have now challenges in the agriculture field, and what we are looking in future for this is that we how we can connect the technology with the agriculture, as the major 70% of our country is depend on the agriculture sector. So connecting technology to the agriculture is one of the challenge what I think, and we should much more work on this sector, I feel so. And so if you can develop agriculture in that technology wise, so employment can be also resolved in the same thing.
May I request everyone to stop the videos, whoever is starting it? Okay. So, in your tenure as a labor skills development and entrepreneurship minister, what were the major PPP products that you rolled out? How did corporate support you in the work that you were trying to achieve, and what were your major accomplishments during that?
If you see, where the corporates came, I had, under the leadership of Devendra Fadnavis, I was minister in his government. We had taken 1,000 villages in Maharashtra where we have. It was totally done by the corporates. It was the involvement of major corporates like Tata Groups, Tata's were there, Mahindras were there, and all the major corporates in Maharashtra, they were involved. And they have taken 1,000 villages, and really there was a huge transformation in all those villages. Technology was one of the part where the transformation was taken care. And the cleanliness was the one of the major thing what was taken by the corporates. And the water issues were resolved. I would like to give an example. General Motors and the Jeep, these corporates, they worked in my area for more than 75 villages where there was from last 30 years they used to have a water problem, So more than 70 villages now they have 12 months water. The issue was been cleared by these all corporates. They use their CSR in all this area, and check dams were created. Again, water harvesting programs were done, and more than 2,000 hectares was the non-agri land was taken under the cultivation area. I mean, there was a huge transformation in these 70 villages. I would like to, on this platform, I would like to thank General Motors, Jeep, and Bharat Petroleum, and many of them, they use their CSR in this rural transformation area.
So, what are the present SDGs? India is a signatory of UN SDGs, and considering we have a long way to go and a lot of things to achieve before 2030, what are the present sustainable development goals that you are working in your constituency, your assembly? And what kind of support do you foresee that even the youth of India or the other corporates could come in and bring in the times that we are?
No, if you see there, we are normally in the rural India and the urban India. When we go into that, there are many different issues that are related to the rural and urban issues. Both the youth in the rural and urban, they have the different issues. There is a huge migration what has been taken in last number of decades. This migration should be again. There should be a reverse migration. What has happened in Corona, when we this crisis, the COVID-19 crisis, there was a reverse migration. Now in this reverse migration, there is an opportunity what we can find. Now the cities, there was the cities where the urbans were crowded, and the rurals were totally out of employment. Now we can take this as an opportunity, and we can support in the rural areas. So the cities and the urban will not be more overcrowded, and the employment and the issues of the youth in both these sectors can be meet. So our MSME sector, what Mr. Nitin Gadkari has taken the steps for supporting the MSME in the rural. I think so that will help rural India and the economy in the from both these sides. So we have to take this opportunity to get the rural India and rural youth get an employment. So I think this is from both these sides. If you see in Mumbai, more than lakhs of youth more than have been migrated back. So this is a reverse migration, and the city has also what we used to face in urban of the traffic and the overcrowded and everything. So again, some different issues may arise, but we have an opportunity that can be resolved in our country.
In the present times, which kind of MSMEs do you foresee that Maharashtra and your assembly is waiting to arise? Which industries?
I think so. Many good policies has been announced by the central government for the support of MSME. If you just go through all the policies that has been announced, that will really support the entire structure, rebuilding the structure, and with the new India concept, what we are coming into for the MSME, and in this crisis of COVID-19. There has been opportunity created for the MSME, so they can go ahead with the new production, with new energy, and the government support for their next 1 year to stand ahead. I think so. MSME have the best opportunities that they can be worked out, and the one thing I can say in a single line, made in India thing can be worked out very well now. The entire globe is after China. What we hope the entire globe they are looking is for the made in India. because that has the word what you use, sustainability, that can be only promised by India. I can say that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for mentioning about that. So in the present eras, we have come up with a lot of online tools. Digital Parliament is also one of the online tools that is specially developed to connect the elected leaders with the masses. So, what kind of features do you see that these kind of tools should have, and that will help you all to communicate with the masses and build a connection?
No, I think so. In this new globalization, what we see, a social media platform is a good platform that can be used by youth. Normally, this platform is being used for the personal. Nowadays, what we see for the others' personal information, it has been used more. But it has a good support where we can. In previous, we don't used to have such type of a platform where used to get global information. I think so. In nowadays, the youth have a proper use of this platform. It is a two-sided sword. Uh, the media, what we can take it. It should be used in a very proper and with a responsible source. You have rather what I see, what we normally observe. What we search, the search engine that has been used by the social platform is for the personal or to search for any other's personal information. So there are many other information, social information, technology information, environment information. I think so we should use this engine for the other part also.
So, in the times that we are, and looking back at your journey and foreseeing the future, what political legacy would you leave behind, or what is a political legacy that? What is that one thing that you'd like to be remembered for?
I'm working on environment. I do work on plantation where we go for a huge plantation. The area where I come from, that is Latur, you might have heard it for the crisis of the water. So the reason behind that, we went against the nature. So now what we are working is that we are supporting nature, and give back to the nature is the concept what we are working in by getting the plantation done on the entire land that has the barren land that has been for many years it was barren. We have been taken into create new forest. I think the central government of India has also awarded for creating new forest what was done in our area. So I think so. Working on environment, that is the legacy I would like to leave behind, and anyone who would like to join me in the future that you would like to work on the environment. I think so. This is a thing what should be followed.
Considering in the present COVID-19 situations, Maharashtra ranks #1 in India. And what would be your message, or if you were the health minister of Maharashtra, what would you do different?
It's not us. It is a state or a individual who is responsible for this. It is the entire structure. Now, if you see, when there was no the ratio on the 25th March was very low. 9th March was the first patient. And after that, we were so cautious that we used to take care of all the things. We used to follow all the rules that were being given. Now, as the number of cases are increasing, if you say we are not following the structure what has been given to keep the social distancing, we think that we are immortal. Nothing will happen to us. That is the thing we should be conscious. it is not the government or it's not the individual. A single person is responsible. Not a I don't blame anyone. We should take this as the our own responsibility, and we should take care of our own self, and we should follow the rules. I think so. So we are going out of our own responsibility. I think so. We are facing the number of the cases. And I would like to say that the app, what the central government has given the, we should download the app during Arogya Setu. That is the app what we should follow, because that number of people, if they start using that app, so we can know the area where we have to go or not. So it is a crisis time. In crisis time, we should come together, and likewise, what we have done in rural side, why we don't face in rural side, we have identified the weak links. The age group from 0 to 10, that should be avoided. People, the population above 60 should not, they should avoid leaving their houses for next another 2 months. Because we know that there is no still no medicine or any has been launched by any countries. So we have to take care of ourselves.
Absolutely, very well said. So social distancing is the new norm for all of us. Now, if our young audience would like to join you, how do they join you in your endeavor for environment? How do they get in touch with you? Or your office, if you could share some coordinates.
I have my website. I have my own website, Sambhaji Patil. You can join me. I have my entire infra. My office is totally on my site also. It is very easy to join nowadays. It is not hard. If you put out any question regarding any issues what you have, we take a time of 24 hours where we can connect you by all the structure. So my website, my social media team also is 24 hours onto a working station. So that is a part, I think. So you can join me on that.
Excellent. Now I would request our audiences to come forth and ask any questions that they have for the former minister with us. I think
Can I say something, Patilji?
Yes.
Patilji, my name is Venkat Rolla,
Okay.
and I have been in Bombay for 14 years. Can you hear me?
Yes. Please.
And I've been working with the Ministry of Education for the government Maharashtra schools and also the government technical high schools. I was in charge of changing the entire syllabus also to make it more industry specific. I have recently moved to Bangalore, but my heart is still in Maharashtra
Mumbai.
and its education. So my request to you is to revive the government technical high schools, which are largely rural based and they are technical. They allow the child to finish SSC, but in the 8th, 9th, 10th, they introduce technical subjects. Right from carpentry to motor mechanic to tractor repair to agriculture to everything. So with the new style of living that people are slowly moving back to rural, with so much of reverse migration, as you rightly said, the revival of our ITIs and revival of our government technical high schools can really change the ecosystem which will support the job and the livelihood. So I would urge you to look at that.
Yeah, the future job roles are really into the new technology and the new education system what we have to get developed. I was the minister for the same skill development and the entrepreneurship for the last 3 years.
Yes, I know.
So I just tried the ITI should get the more admission. Initially, we used to have 3 lakh admission. What we made it to around 4.6. And the technical, the concept what you said, the skill education should be what we start from the 8th standard.
Correct.
We have initially put up a note for the educational department from the skill development. it should be from the primarily, from the class first. The skill education should be made there. And definitely, what are your suggestions for you want from the state government? I would like just request you to please put it onto my website, because you had done such a huge experience, and that can help me in putting it to the government.
I'll surely
So just request you.
I'll surely
Yeah.
take the website from Harsha and
Yeah.
send you a detailed white paper I have developed, because I was also party to the introduction of vocationalization of the government Maharashtra school. So entire vocational education, selecting of the vendors to teach vocational and technical education in government schools have also been started when I was there in the committee. So
Yeah, that will be great.
so this is a three-pronged attack. One is vocationalization of schools. The other is improvement of the government technical high schools, where you have about 35 high schools in Maharashtra, and also the revival of the ITI, which anyway has a very big impetus because corporates adopt them and revive them. That has to be pushed more.
No, definitely, I will. You please write me that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, sir. I have a question. Yes. I'm Jayesh. So I'm into academics. मैं बहुत सारे डिफरेंट सेक्टर्स को पढ़ा रहा हूँ, बीट एनडीए एस्पिरेंट्स, डिफेंस में, या फिर सीबीएसई आईसीएसई बोर्ड्स. मेरा क्वेश्चन बहुत डिफरेंट है. जैसा कि हमने देखा रामायण एंड महाभारत बहुत ज्यादा फेमस हुई वो, ठीक है, इवन वर्ल्ड वाइड. तो बीजेपी और मैं बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट, हमारी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, और आपसे भी ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि क्या गुरु शिष्य परंपरा या गुरुकुल परंपरा कुछ ऐसा सोच रही है बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट इनटू आवर एजुकेशन पॉलिसी?
There should be we have a very good respect for our gurus, आप जो कहते हैं.
Yes.
और सोसाइटी को अगर स्ट्रॉन्ग रखना है, तो ये फॉलो होनी चाहिए.
गुरुकुल जो होता है ना, जैसे स्किल बेस्ड था वो, मैंने रिसर्च करा उसमें, तो गुरुकुल वाज स्किल बेस्ड.
नहीं, अपने यहाँ पे we have in our Maharashtra there is a place called कोल्हापुर. वहाँ पे एक बहुत अच्छी गुरुकुल की ये स्कूल है. वहाँ पे आप आपके किड्स को, एक्चुअली वो बहुत अच्छी परंपरा है. मुझे लगता है कि आपको इसमें इंटरेस्ट है, तो वहाँ पे आपको जाना चाहिए, देखना चाहिए. कोल्हापुर में मैं हर्षा को उसके डिटेल्स भी दे दूंगा. इट इज बीन रन फ्रॉम मेनी इयर्स, एंड वहाँ के जो पैटर्न सिखाए जाते हैं, ऑल स्किल बेस्ड एजुकेशन सिखाया जाता है. कि जैसे कि इट्स मोर देन एजुकेशन, दे टीच स्किल बेस्ड एजुकेशन, and the kid has to stay there only. They have to be there only for the 12 years span.
Yes.
इसको ऐसा उनका स्पैन है, तो 12 साल रहना है. एक अपनी अपनी लाइकिंग है. आज की सोसाइटी में अगर किसी को अच्छा लगता है तो दे कैन गो विजिट इट, और वो सर्च करके उसके दे हैव मेनी गुड आउटकम्स आल्सो, एंड दे टीचेस हिम टू स्टैंड ऑन हिज फीट. डिपेंडेंट बना देते उसको कि समाज में एक अच्छी तरह से. आप, मुझे लगता है कि आपने देखना चाहिए, उसमें इंटरेस्ट है तो यू विल गेट मोर अटैच. कि अभी भी ये ऐसे प्रकार का स्कूल चलता है.
Yes, sir.
आपको भी अच्छा लगेगा.
पर नेशनल लेवल पे ऐसा कुछ इंक्लूड होने वाला है क्या? नेशनल लेवल पे
नहीं, ऐसा अभी तक कोई पॉलिसी के बारे में मुझे पता नहीं है, लेकिन इसको सपोर्ट बहुत सारी जगह पे हो रहा है. गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से भी सपोर्ट होता है और हम भी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं.
सर, एक एनवायरनमेंट से रिलेटेड भी क्वेश्चन है मेरे पास.
जी.
बिकॉज हमने देखा लॉकडाउन के बाद पॉल्यूशन, चाहे वो रिवर पॉल्यूशन हो या फिर एयर पॉल्यूशन हो, ये सभी बहुत कम हो चुका है. सो आपको क्या लगता है कि ये जो इंडस्ट्रीज है एंड इंडस्ट्रियल पॉल्यूशन, जो व्हीकल पॉल्यूशन, इसको लेकर गवर्नमेंट क्या सोच रही है? बिकॉज हमने उसके इफेक्ट्स तो देखे हैं. रिवर्स में पॉल्यूशन बहुत कम हो गया है, बहुत हद तक. सो इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट एंड पॉल्यूशन के ऊपर मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि उसको लेकर क्या पॉलिसी रहेगी अब आगे गवर्नमेंट की, या क्या होना चाहिए?
नहीं, देखिए, अभी इलेक्शंस जो होते हैं, इलेक्शंस में अपन एवरीवन गिव्स देयर उनका ये देते हैं कि हम 5 साल में क्या करेंगे. बहुत सारे देशों में यही विषय पे वोटिंग होती है. पीपल गो विद द गुड एनवायरनमेंट पॉलिसी, व्हाट द पार्टी कम्स. So in future also in अपने देश में भी इसकी ये पॉलिसी के ऊपर जैसे कि जो हमारा एजेंडा होता है पार्टी का, वो एजेंडा में एनवायरनमेंट को बहुत सारे लोग देखते नहीं है. मुझे लगता है कि इसको देखना चाहिए. ये पॉलिसी में हमने इंक्लूड किया था अगर हमारे बीजेपी की पॉलिसी अगर हम गो थ्रू दैट वी हैव इंक्लूडेड द एनवायरनमेंट थिंग, बट उसके ऊपर कभी चर्चा नहीं हुई. और मुझे लगता है कि आज नहीं लेकिन फ्यूचर में जैसे आपने कहा ये फ्यूचर का वोटिंग का एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण विषय होना चाहिए कि जो भी आप कोई भी साइड से जाओ, जो सबसे अच्छी एनवायरनमेंट पॉलिसीज जो भी पार्टी देगी उसके साथ जाना चाहिए, ऐसा मुझे खुद को लगता है, बिकॉज़ आई वर्क ऑन एनवायरनमेंट.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
So I have a question.
Can I make a suggestion in line with what he has asked?
Yeah, please.
In the country, we have schools called the Sarvodaya schools, which are across the country and they're all residential. Meant only for the poor, where residential, food, lodging, boarding, everything is free. And there is a huge waiting list for the poor to get into it. Now, those schools are largely academic. We can now introduce a lot of technical subjects in that because most of these schools are again in villages. So this is the fourth dimension which I'm talking about, besides the three I mentioned. The Sarvodaya schools can now also become livelihood development schools or the skill development schools like Jayesh was just mentioning.
Central, these schools are being
run
by the central government.
Yeah.
And they are coming up with a good new academics, what you suggested. The same academics, they are coming from the class first. Initially, जब उनका admission होता है, I think so this year it will be introduced. From 5th it will be introduced and next it will be going to the bottom.
So this will be in addition to the Sarvodaya?
Yes. Yeah, they are coming with the good and new 100 schools are coming. New 100 schools, states they are going to have new schools.
The other one is
Maharashtra is going to have 4 schools in that.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yes, that's great. Yes, ma'am.
And last one, can I make a request, Harsha, with your permission?
Sure.
When we saw that people were not aware of the skill development opportunity, you know, every parent thinks of हमारा बच्चा डॉक्टर बनेगा, ये बनेगा, वो बनेगा, लेकिन हाथ का काम कोई सोचने वाला नहीं है क्योंकि वो एक किस्म का व्हाइट कॉलर, ब्लू कॉलर का सोच है. So if on the TV we run serials, like we had run on TV9 and Jai Maharashtra, 8 episodes we ran, like a group discussion where we brought in experts and ministers and MLAs like you who were talking on the subject. And we told them the great opportunities available both in the West and in India for allowing the child to follow his dream and do many other things rather than just the degree. And that has really helped changing the mindset. So maybe the government can use its muscle power to use the TV time to bring in that change.
Definitely, that's a good suggestion that will be taken. And the number of employment opportunities are there in the skill sectors in from ITIs and everything. If you see, we have more than 700 ITIs in Maharashtra. That's the highest ITIs what we have, and the employment rate from the ITIs, when the pass out employment rate from the ITI is around 95% plus.
Yes, I know.
And one of the best part I can tell you about ITI, where there is now we can see the change. Initially, in the olden days, only the boys used to have the admission in the ITIs. The girls used to not have the admission. But now we have 50%, more than 50% girls have been getting joined with. So it is a change of era.
Yes. And
definitely these ITIs should be supported because there was a time, likewise, the doctor's son used to be doctors, his son used to be doctor, politician. Again, it was a legacy thing that used to go on.
Correct.
But now the change is in one birth span. We do try to see many different jobs. Like I started from I got an engineering background, then I went into the flying. Now I am into a sector like I'm right now a lawmaker. So in a lifespan of this 40 years, I have changed to 3 different skills. So this is a new change what we are being noticed. So skill is the most important part that should be taken from the class first.
Absolutely.
I think.
Very nice.
So you have also held the position for Minister of Entrepreneurship. What were your achievements during that era for especially women entrepreneurs?
If you see, there are small health groups. If you see nowadays, we see the huge bank scams, number of people going into defaults. But I'm working with all these small women entrepreneurs. Like in my area, we have around, you won't believe, we have more than 3,000 small help women help groups. They have their own accounts, they have their own loan system, and the default rate for the women entrepreneurs is only 1%. That is very negligible, and they are doing good. And if you see, I'll just give you an example. I'd been to Paris for skill for the women and the women entrepreneur. The same question what you asked, and a number of people from the different countries, they quoted, like Korean said they have 100%, 95% women entrepreneurs. Many of them said every country noted they have more than 90% of women entrepreneurs in their country. So if we want to add something to our GDP, what is the 50% of our population is women, and the present only 10% of women entrepreneurs are there. So we are ranking at the 7th. So if we increase by another 10% of the women entrepreneurs, we will be the highest GDP growth. We may get highest GDP growth throughout that. And India has the highest 100% women entrepreneurs. I just quoted that in the meeting, because every woman in the house is an entrepreneur. What is an entrepreneur? To who unfinished goods, who can unfinished good is made into a finished good. If you see, every house has an entrepreneur in India. We as a men-driven society, they work outside. They take unfinished good home. The unfinished good is converted into a finished good by every woman in the home. So every woman in India is an entrepreneur. We have to just give them a support system. And if we give them a support system, we get the result that they are 100% no defaults. Any women entrepreneurs they are doing. So that is a huge strength. If we support them, we will have the highest GDP in the world.
Excellent. Now, the new rules that you all come up with, many a times people don't know about it. So how do you propose that it could be communicated in a better way with others?
The major part is you have to go through the policies by the government. And nowadays, previously it was very hard to reach to the office. Like I can say that we used to have a shop act license. Now, to get a shop act license was the most hardest part. What we used to find to start any business, to start any new business or anything you start, you should need an shop act license. So that was the most hardest part. But nowadays, I remember in last our tenure, we made it online, and within 24 hours you get the shop act license. You can apply anytime. So any bank just need your shop act license to get it. So for any entrepreneur who are interested, they can see that they can use the social platform or the online platform that can support them. So they have the entire information on that. So it is very easy nowadays.
May I request? I think so. Ali has a question. Yeah. Ali, please switch on your camera.
Actually, my cam is not working.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Sir, actually, you seems very techno savvy, and I believe since lockdown has been imposed, most of the thing you are dealing online. So, sir, my question to you is, do you think there should be some technology, since you're not interacting with your people whom you are representing, or your karyakartas? So if there could be some technology.
We have used this platform for the interaction the most in last 90 days. This was the only platform where we were able to connect with the all the last person of the our society by this platform. We use the social media, we use the WhatsApp group, we use the messaging system, and this is a perfect platform that can be used in a very proper way. All nowadays, I being a lawmaker from the area where I stay, we have day-to-day meeting. We had this day-to-day our meets, Zoom meets every 9:30, 11:30, and we get it to the bottom by this media. I would like to just note one more thing that this platform is such a useful in nowadays. Many like schools are online. What their this curriculum is going online. But if you go in rural part of any Maharashtra, the school, what they have done a very good performance online, because Androids, likewise in a village, number of people using Androids are very less, 10%. But a single Android was being used by 3 kids. They were joined on that, and they used to get a question paper. They used to get a working their questions, everything. So this is a very good platform. We should use this. I think so. I use this much more for the education level. So we have already started, and like पहले कहते थे ना the most रोटी कपड़ा और मकान. तो मुझे लगता है कि इसमें का नया ये भी चीज ऐड करना चाहिए. It should be this platform that is technology.
Digital
That
parliament.
should be used. Yeah, digital. What we started, DRC, Digital Rural Connect. We started in our area, and that is supporting for the rural education. Digital Rural Connect. You can just search for that digital DRC. You will find a very good for the rural kids. It is.
I'd like to encourage others also in case if they have any questions. Okay. So, sir, it has been wonderful to have you on our platform, and I'd also like to. Ali is a part of our digital parliament team as well, so he will connect with your IT team. I'd request everyone to switch on their cameras, and we can take a group picture, because I don't think so meeting is possible. So we can at least meet via Zoom and keep this as a memory. So may I request everyone to switch on their cameras, all the people who are present over here.